Hi, welcome. My name is Skip Roncal. I'm the founder of Mobeliz Seller Intelligence Platform, and I want to take a couple of minutes to chat with you about our content and briefings capability. So we allow you to administer briefings for your sellers. So these would be competitive briefings. Let's say your seller is going out on a competitive deal. They want to put together a briefing so that they're prepared for any discussions relative to their competitors. We automate the generation of those briefings. For customers, you might want to put together an executive briefing, a product briefing, or a competitive briefing. And so we make that super simple to do. We use generative AI. We provide you with the ability to modify the system prompt that makes that happen. We make that very easy for you to do. And then for administrators, we provide a very intuitive and data-driven configuration view, as I was just mentioning. So where is it found? So throughout some of the earlier videos, you've seen that we have these views kind of at the top quadrant of the application that are very specific for the end user. And then below that, under the setup menu, we have a series of menus that are for administrators or business owners. And you can control who receives or has access to any of these. In my opinion, I'm trying to, I designed this to provide more power to the seller. And so what I'm doing here is providing them with access to a way to utilize generative AI in the development of these briefings. Now, you may want to only give this access to your administrators, but that's totally your option. And so we are talking about briefings. And so here you can see that when I create a news briefing for, let's say, my seller, I want to incorporate market moves and news, executive updates, pricing and promotions that might have gone public, sentiment analysis from their customer base, the type of briefing format. If I wanted to incorporate a real-time source through a web search engine, I could do that. And then I can list my competitors here. And so once I've done that, now all of my sellers have access to the ability to generate a daily briefing, an hourly briefing, whenever they want. And I've set this up for them. If I want to put together a proposal briefing, then I use this section. If I want to put together my next best action briefings, I use this section, et cetera, general outreach, onboarding. So where do we use this and what does it look like? So if we come back over here and go to briefings, you can see that a news briefing for myself, right? I'm getting ready for a meeting with someone that is considering ACT software. I then select that competitor. I could have selected both. And now I'm using generative AI and all those specifications that I made, and I put together this briefing for myself. Now, if I'm working with a manager or a peer and we're both going to meet there, I could in fact email this to them and we would be on board with the same information. If I want to create a briefing for a contact in my territory, I would use this view. And so now I can say, let's create a briefing for Mobeliz. Let's see if I've got down here. And well, let's just say Maybell Center. Sorry about that. And then Valerie is the contact there. That's a real user. And I'm going to say we're talking about Salesforce automation. I want to do a competitive briefing. And, I could put in some additional text here. And now I hit generate briefing. And it's going to incorporate generative AI. It's going to create the briefing as we did earlier. And I could modify this if I want to. I could email this. I could save it. If I email it, we are then able to track when it's opened and when it's, if there's any embedded links in here, if they've chosen that link and navigated away from this particular briefing. That was a quick overview of a pretty sophisticated set of capabilities. If you have any questions, please reach out to me on LinkedIn or contact me via the website at mobeliz.com. That's mobeliz.com. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate it.